Okay, so we are going to be talking about how we translated our 3D point cloud into a 3D mesh. So after running my MATLAB code to generate my 3D point cloud, I created a new text file, which was a combined of our four different text files from our four different scans. Um, so I put them into a new set of arrays, and then I used the fprintf function to be able to create a combined file under meshlab.txt. So after running this code, I got a I got a pretty good 3D point cloud here. Um, as you can see, everything's really defined. You can see the letters of hope spelled out pretty well and the definition of the upper shelf of the bench. Um, so in MeshLab, our mesh does not look that great. I think this is mainly because it's such a complex 3D point cloud. The letters, they don't have a lot of surface area to them. A lot of them are really bunched up close together, so I think MeshLab ran into a lot of issues. Tried a couple different ways of optimizing it. So first, I imported my text file, my combined text file, meshlab.txt. I then uh, rendered, show normal. Um, Obviously now we're doing it and it's not doing it the right way. Um, but I showed normal. I filtered um, under filter. I computed normal for point sets. The 10 was as default, and this did not produce a very accurate set of arrows. So I played around with the numbers a little bit. I went up to as high as 1,000, down to the lower value of 5, um, and I ended up somewhere in between around 500. I just kept going high, low until I narrowed down a range that looked good, basically as best as it could be. Um, After I did that, I then went under filters again and selected a surface reconstruction under screen Poisson, and I changed the interpolation weight to 1, the number of threads to 1, and I merged all visible layers. Um, it came out with a lot of extra mesh up here as well as down here and off to the side as well. So I used this tool here to, cut down on some of the faces, and really just try to make it look as close to the general shape as possible. I really do think that with a 3D point cloud as specific as this, and with not a lot of large surfaces to go off of, it's going to have a really hard time being able to get those surfaces to really come out okay. You can see a little bit of a bump out here on the side. Um, you can see the bump out here on the top from the shelf up here as well, where the actual seating is, and then various different layers here, trying to figure out where the letters are protruding and not protruding from. And then you have your two sides as well. So I think that this, although is not a great representation in 3D mesh, our point cloud looks great. So I think that's where the main goal of this was, and it didn't translate too well into mesh, but I think this is a really great representation of what we were looking at.